Are you ready to celebrate the Lunar New Year, making some awesome art? Well, I know I am. And this art lesson is called the Tea-Stained Tiger. And it's all about art and Chinese New Year. Our agenda are first, we want to go over the goals and standards of what we want to accomplish in this art lesson. We want to learn and talk a little bit about Chinese New Year. So if you already know about Chinese New Year and you celebrate it, I would love to hear what kind of traditions and things that you do during this time of the year. We're also going to talk a little bit about tea. Have you tried tea? Is it one of your favorite drinks? It definitely is one of mine. And then we are going to draw our own Lunar New Year tiger. Our goal in this lesson is that we will be able to create a mixed media artwork using tea and other materials to create a tiger drawing. So mixed media means that you use more than one art material. But have you ever used tea to paint with? Well, that's what we're going to do in this lesson. So for this art lesson, we're going to need to travel all the way across the world to China, which is a sovereign nation located in East Asia, and it's regarded as the world's third or fourth largest country. The capital is Beijing. So what is Chinese New Year? Well, it's also known as the Lunar New Year, and it is a holiday that commemorates the start of the new year on the lunar Chinese calendar. The lunar calendar counts the 12 full cycles of the moon. This year, it will be celebrated on Friday, February 12th, but the date changes every year because the festival is based on the lunar calendar and the movement of the moon. So why is it the year of the tiger? Well, in China, the Zodiac calendar assigns an animal and its reputed attributes to each year in a 12-year repeating cycle. 2022 is the year of the tiger. If you were born in this year or during this 12-year repeating cycle, you're considered to be brave, confident, and charming. Your best matches are the dragon, horse, and pig. So what year were you born, and what is your Chinese animal? There are many fun ways to celebrate Chinese New Year. Some of the traditional celebrations involve lion dances, dragons, fireworks, meals, and visiting with friends. We are actually going to celebrate by making our artwork today. So why are we going to use tea to paint our paper? Because tea originated in China, in southwest China, where they probably began drinking it as a medicinal drink. It spread across the nations and civilizations, and it continues to be a popular drink all over the world today. The other supplies that we'll be using are pencil, mixed media or thick sketchbook paper, tea or watercolor paint, Sharpie markers, and either markers, colored pencils, or oil pastel. I actually am using a metallic gold marker for mine. So the first thing that I did is I found a plate that was as big as my paper, so I would have a nice large circle to draw my tiger inside of. Then I started using some basic shapes to draw the face of the tiger and part of his body. I had to add his eyes and nose and details, and once that was all drawn with pencil, I traced over my lines with a fine tip Sharpie. To add the color, I actually used my permanent Copic markers, but any Sharpie markers would work. Also oil pastel, anything that will resist the tea and the watercolor paint. Red is a lucky color in China, so I made sure to add that to my circle. I also had a gold metallic marker, so I added a pattern around the circle with gold. Then I took my beautiful drawing and I crumbled it up to make it look like it had an ancient old texture. Then I got a nice big mug of hot water and started to steep my tea. Make sure you're careful with the hot water and let it cool off, and give it some time to steep so it gets nice and dark. My tea still wasn't dark enough, so I added some brown watercolor paint, and I even had some gold metallic paint that I painted around the center. So here is my finished tea tiger. So I hope you enjoyed this tea stained tiger art lesson, and I hope you have a wonderful Lunar New Year.